New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. In his own way, President Trump on Monday instructed Joe Rogan to stop apologizing to the radical left. Well, Joe Rogan is an interesting and popular guy, but he's got to stop apologizing to the fake news and the radical left mantics and lunatics. How many ways can you say that you're sorry? Just go on about what you do so well. Don't let them make you look weak and frightened. Rogan apologized last month after rock icon Neil Young yanked his music off of Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, to protest the pandemic lies Rogan promotes. That triggered a costly stampede of exit by other musicians, including Joni Hill, Graham Nash, David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and India Ari, and Spotify listeners. Quote, "I'm very sorry that they feel that way. I most certainly don't want that. I'm a Neil Young fan. I've always been a Neil Young fan, and definitely no hard feelings towards Joni Mitchell. I love her too." Rogan also stated that he apologized to any listeners that he might have ticked off, but he didn't exactly say that he was sorry for misinformation. He said that his podcast guests haven't, but he didn't exactly say that he was sorry for the misinformation. He stated that his podcast guests have an opinion that is different from the mainstream narrative. I wanted to hear what their opinion is. Rogan did promise to do more research and have all the pertinent facts at hand before I discussed them. Spotify released a statement stating that it would add a content advisory to the podcast that discuss the pandemic and direct listeners to its COVID-19 hub for more information. But the company's not getting rid of Rogan. But the trouble wasn't over for Rogan. A shocking supercut shared last week by India Ari revealed Rogan reputedly spewing a racial slur. Rogan also apologized for that, calling it the most regretful and shameful thing that is ever talked about publicly. "Quote, there's nothing I can do to take it back. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible." All right, now, of course, this is related to the whole thing with the whole fallout with, the pandemic and him having alternative views directly on his podcast. But one can also make the assertion that this is just going beyond, that podcast, because roughly during the same time, this is when we saw the viral video of Joe Rogan and we saw his repeated use, of a racial slur. On top of that, Spotify quietly deleted 70 of his podcast, directly off of the platform, because more than likely they had some things directly in there that would be offensive to black people and or more than likely other groups as well. So they were like, you know what? We're not going to do it anymore. Backlash. We're just going to quietly just take these directly off, right? But the interesting thing about that is that people have recorded a lot of these podcasts. Some people who are huge followers or whatnot, they might have, 6 terabyte, hard drive, and they might just have recorded every single podcast that Joe Rogan has ever had. So I'm pretty sure somewhere in the future, somebody's going to take the time out, go through all of the videos that they have, and yet again, another compilation video is going to come forth, and it's going to more than likely deal with another group. And if it deals with another group, I promise you that that group will be the one that will be able to dethrone and take Joe Rogan directly off of that podcast. There's only about 2 to 3 groups, and none of them are black. 2 to 3 groups that have that power, and none of them are black. Let me repeat myself one more time. 2 to 3 of those groups, and none of them are black. So yet again, this is why I told black people that it's beneficial for black people to, start businesses and LLCs and investing in a variety of other things, because a lot of these other groups, they might not have the numbers, but the reason why they have the money is because they pull it together. They start business, they practice group economics. They invest in one another. They pass money around in a circle. This is why other groups are able to make it. This is why other groups have power. This is why other groups have laws and regulations and all these other things passed. This is why they have certain political leaders in their back pocket, and why black people have none of those things. All we have is kumbayas. We got the Bible. We have promises. We got toys and Happy Meals. We get everything else that has nothing to do with what it is that we exactly need or that we're asking for, because we don't have the necessary funding and backing in order to pull those things from the people that we need it from. We're just consistently asking. We're just consistently begging. And because of all that asking and begging, you have people like Trump who are like, yo, Joe, you're great. Keep doing what you do. Just stop apologizing. Right? And you know what? He's right. Joe Rogan should stop apologizing, because this is the main thing. If this is who you are, if this is what you are about, if this is how you are both consciously and subconsciously, if this is how you talk off of your podcast amongst your other people, don't apologize for exactly who you are as a person and for the way that you speak and think. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because within that apology, number one, you're not being truthful to everybody else who can clearly see something. And number two, you're lying to yourself and being dishonest. There's no reason in sitting up there living a lie. I understand that people, in a sense, want money. But like I said before, there's a lot of the reflective majority who love Joe Rogan. And regardless of whatever he says, they will sit up there and monetarily support that man no matter what platform he is on. They'll sit up there and just have it, even if the subscription is like $10, $15, or $20, they will sign up just so that they can sit up there and view his podcast. And yet again, he'll make even more money. Just sitting up there apologizing and trying to make it as heartfelt as possible, regardless on if he means it or not, at the end of the day, this is what you said. These were your actions. I go by people's actions, not the words that they decide to speak. Because with context or without context, all of it looks horrible. Like I said before, he even went into the fact of comparing Africa and black people in a black neighborhood to Planet of the Apes. Like I said, there's no way you can try to excuse it by saying that, oh, he's a comedian, he's this, he's that. Try that with any other group of people and let me know how that goes. Try that with any other group and let me know how that goes. It ain't gonna go well. It is not going to go well. But anyways, I digress. Let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.